my channel. As soon as this morning, I get the delightful sound of someone's lawnmower going. So, apologize for the background noise. But when you live in a neighborhood and you work out in your garage, it is what it is, right? This morning, we're going to be doing the back exercises. So, we're going to just jump on it, warming up with the 10 pounds. Again, making sure we take that time to warm up. Warming up, of course, is just really important. Making sure you're not injured, make sure nothing's wrong with your body. Get the muscles pumping. This is my Monday, so coming off of the weekend, a really chill weekend, so I shouldn't have any real problems. But you never know. You always tweak something, sleep on something wrong. Give you opportunity to make sure everything's awake. Doing sets of 10 with the 10 pounds to warm up. I didn't really do anything super working out this weekend except for playing in the pool with the kids, tossing them around. All right, I got 20 pounds. Increase the weights. Still lightweight. I can increase the weight, but still keep it relatively light. But a little bit more weight, so you can feel how it's going. Again, you want to discover any problems before you grab your heaviest weights. for a second. And as always, I just really want to emphasize the importance of warming up before you get to a big weight. I'm gonna grab 60 pounds after this. If I don't know that there's something wrong, I grab that 60 pound, it could really exacerbate a small injury, make it a lot worse. I want to say one thing about like working out and lifting to just be aware of. If your goal is to see weight drop off the scale quickly, just know that weightlifting can like slow that process down. I know I get really frustrated sometimes because I think I'm doing a good job of eating and I just not losing weight as fast as I want to. And a lot of it just has to do with I'm also putting on muscle, and it's going to affect the weight loss. That's why when I really want to lose fat, when I reached the 246 pound mark, I just focused on walking and running when I could, but just losing that weight and having nothing to deter me from that. I wasn't risking an injury because I wasn't lifting weights. I also wasn't being thrown off by muscle gain. Singular focus, and if you are overweight, I think there's a lot of benefits to that singular focus. All right, we got the 60-pound dumbbell. Like now, I still obviously could afford to lose some fat. The difference between like where I'm at now and then though is huge. At 246, I was like starting to struggle to do regular activities, feel uncomfortable on a regular basis. Now it's not that way. So if weight loss takes longer now, it doesn't bother me as much because I know I'm lifting, I'm strong. In the meantime, I'm mobile, I have energy, I can play with my kids. It's not the primary hard-hitting focus that it used to be. And adjusting expectations for weight loss, I think is important. Maintaining the ability to stay in good shape and lose fat is important. Definitely is more important when you are in that incredibly overweight phase. Walk it off. Don't hurt yourself. Be smart. All right, 60 pounds. Remember to breathe when you're doing heavier weights. For whatever reason, against all logic, I start to hold my breath when I'm lifting heavy. So I really got to focus on breathing. One second. All right. Going with the 60s. And breathe for a second. And all right, so making some progress over last week. Last week I did 1 set 10, 1 set 9. This week I've done 2 sets of 10. So that's some progress there. Just gotta keep pushing. And when we do hit 3 sets of 10, that is when I'm gonna increase the weight. So got 2 sets of 10 done. Go for that third set, see how it goes. Again, really do want to try and make sure I use good form. Everything in me wants to hit that 10th rep, and I will sacrifice form for it if I don't pay attention and force myself to admit when I can't do it right. Doesn't do me any good. Get the 10 reps if I want to do something stupid and hurt myself. Seven. Like one more than last week's. Again, I hate like not hitting it, but I can feel that form giving up. I can feel like the tendency to jerk it harder versus the smooth motion. I'm not going for a jerk. I want a smooth motion all the way through. Definitely going for that 8-1. We've had a bit of a jerk in there. I'm trying to avoid that. Good way to unnecessarily hurt yourself. All right, I'm gonna switch down to the 50s now. Once I can't hit at least 8, I go down in the weight. I'll make exceptions when I'm working, trying to get through something, but for the most part, this is how it goes. And again, when it comes to working out, how you set up your sets, how you do your breaks, all of what your routine is, there's a lot of debate on it. There's a lot of people arguing about what's best. And what I tend to say is find out what works best for you. Find out what keeps you motivated, find out what you can focus on, and hit those numbers. And don't stress about setting up the perfect situation. Just get out there, do it, and do it again and again and again. Whatever's going to keep you motivated, whatever's going to keep you going back. Obviously, you don't want to have bad habits. Obviously, you want to have gains, but you're going to determine that the best. You're going to figure out what's best for your body, not what some guy on YouTube says, somebody wrote in a book, someone says on a podcast. It's you working with your body, figuring out what's best. Figuring out what you like doing. And that's a big thing, is being comfortable with that. Not letting other people dictate or ruin your workout by showing you how you should do it when it's not something that you really enjoy. The thing that keeps me coming back is I have fun doing all of this. Even begrudgingly, I have like a little bit of fun on leg day. Mostly I do leg day because I know I have to. But that's what keeps me motivated and going on, because I'm doing something I enjoy. Make weightlifting something you enjoy. Figure out what works best for you. A lot of people are going to have advice for you and tell you, probably sucks. A lot of people will be quick to tell you why what you're doing is wrong. I would just say doing something is better than nothing. Make sure you're not going to be in a position that's going to hurt yourself. If someone's telling you, like, hey, like, as a professional, your form's wrong, you're really going to hurt yourself. Okay, but if they're like, oh man, if you just twist it this way, it's going to give you a little bit more juice. But maybe you don't like twisting it that way. Don't do it. Just do what you like to do. Do what motivates you. It's going to keep you going. And just know in weightlifting, there's people that do it as a hobby. There's people that do it professionally. There's people that do it as an obsession. They're all jammed into the same category. Yo. And they're all going to have input for you. And some people are just trolling you. They just want to tear you down. So those ones you can completely avoid. And the nice part, if you work out in your home garage without your phone pointed at you, you don't really have to worry as much about what people have to say. You can do your own thing in your freedom and privacy. Not have to wait for weights. And if you're older in lifting, or at any point in your life, try and find someone that's got a little bit more experience to take your cues from. You know, there's a lot of really good, hard charging 18 to 30-year-olds at the gym, and they're very passionate, very focused, very driven to build that muscle. They're probably in a different place physically than you are. You've been, you know, sedentary in your ways, putting on weight, not exercising at all, or not exercising ever. Those hard charging guys are probably not going to be as helpful to you as finding the guy that's more experienced, that's older, that may have some of the same struggles that you have, that can talk you through it and get you on a right path. A guy that's never been 50 pounds overweight is not necessarily going to give you the best advice for how to get strong and lean. You know, the guy that only sheds weight so that his six-pack can show for his, you know, photos or for going to the pool, it's not going to be the same guy
that's necessarily going to be able to help you. It's not that they can't, but it might not be the same. That shared experience is not going to be there. Ugh. I think it's one of the things that I've learned in talking to people, gym and watching people, is learning, what motivations are driving different people to do what they do and why they're doing what they're doing. Some eight. All right, I got one more set, and I am out of time. Seven. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate it. Hope that you stay motivated in your workouts. I hope that you find, something that works best for you. Something that you can stay consistent with. Something that motivates you. I really hope that you stay safe. And if you are really overweight, I really hope you take those first steps of walking, counting calories, get some of that weight off before you hit it with the weights, especially if you've never hit the weights before. You don't want an injury being the reason why you can't burn through that weight. So, hope you can stay motivated, get after it, make long-term changes, and God bless you. Thank you so much. All right, with back rows, I did 3 sets of 10 with 10 pounds, 3 sets of 10 with 20 pounds, 2 sets of 10 with 60 pounds, 1 set of 7 with 50 pounds. I did 3 sets of 10, 1 set of 8, 1 set of 7. Thank you.